Hello and welcome to Come Geek Some, the one-stop place for all things geek. So let's get on into the movies. Warner Brothers and the future of the DC universe. So, obviously we've had a couple of films out now for the DC extended universe, as they want to call it. And obviously we've had Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Justice League. Obviously, Justice League and Batman vs Superman didn't actually perform well to what Warner Brothers was expecting. And obviously, Warner Brothers were thinking that these were going to be $2 billion films. Obviously, before Batman and Superman, you had Man of Steel. But before that, you also had the Dark Knight trilogy, where the final two Batman movies took in $1 billion each. And obviously, at that time, at this time in the moment still as well, superhero movies, if they're well received and they genuinely are amazing, they normally make over $1 billion. Look at Avengers Infinity War, $2 billion at the box office. Crazy numbers. So, we're going to start off with The Flash. Ezra Miller is now writing the Flash script along with Grant Morrison. Grant Morrison is one of the best and all-time greats in writing anything for the DC, Marvel. He's pretty much written for every character. And obviously Grant Morrison is also the reason that Happy, the TV show, is just incredible because he wrote the original story in the comics. So these two are writing the Flash script. And they're trying to make it a darkish movie, a little bit darker than Aquaman. Because obviously, even though Aquaman was $1 billion hit, it was very light and very light-hearted in a lot of places. Obviously, a lot of comedy. But we've also seen Ezra Miller have comedic undertones when he's performing as the Flash. Obviously, in Justice League when he's visiting his father, and obviously also when he's racing Superman, and when he's trying to get people out of the area. So, what's going on? The details that they include that Miller and Morrison, they do want to go a darker route than what Warner Brothers actually wants. But Warner Brothers is supposedly said to have been to be open to their take on the DC Speedster, and it'll be interesting to see if they do like it. Obviously, there's been previous scripts for the Flash movie. There's been a Flashpoint movie supposedly in production, then that stopped. You had, I think there's like 2 or 3 other people have written scripts as well over the last 4 years. So, they got quite a lot of scripts to go on. And it wouldn't surprise me if they actually get a script doctor in or whatever and put all the best elements from each script into one and make a story around it. But one of the interesting things regarding this is that Ezra Miller is supposedly writing the script so he can stay on in the Flash role, as his contract actually expires in this May. And obviously, if his contract does expire, for all we know, Warner Brothers may get another actor in place, a bit like how, obviously, we got Matt Reeves doing Batman and a brand new actor is supposedly going to be playing the Dark Knight. Even though it's meant to be an earlier version, Ben Affleck still could have played him, obviously, because look how well Samuel L. Jackson did in Captain Marvel, having the de-aging process. So it'll be interesting to see if Ezra Miller does actually extend his contract, or if Warner Brothers actually, they go, yeah, we don't like this script, so they could part ways with both of them from the role and from the script. So that'll be interesting to see where that one goes. And so going back to the previous versions of the script, obviously we had the Flashpoint, which has been reportedly floating around. But there was also a previous version of the script, which is light-hearted, and which has been described as that the film is in the vein of Back to the Future. Which, that would be amazing. I'd absolutely be well up for that. I like The Flash. I'm not an amazing Fleo. I don't think The Flash is amazing, but I am a Flash fan. I do like Wally West and a few of the others. But if they'd done a Flash film in the vein of Back to the Future, then that would be pretty cool. Obviously, seeing certain versions of the Flash, different worlds, different things are happening, and it could be fun. And Again, with The Flash, I don't think The Flash would be a $1 billion success. However, saying that, Aquaman, I literally did not think Aquaman would break $1 billion. No chance. I thought it would make less than Wonder Woman. I thought Wonder Woman was going to be the big success of the Warner Brothers DC universe. But obviously I was wrong. And Aquaman made over $1 billion, which is absolutely crazy. So, going through obviously all this, the Flashpoint movie was also developed, which, if you are familiar with the comic, the material is really dark, but it appears to have been scrapped, which kind of sucks. And obviously we have seen recently that Zack Snyder is to be known, he's supposedly still involved with the DC universe, and obviously his story about the Flash would have been a bit better than Flashpoint, he has said. But obviously Snyder is not there in the moment because he's doing Army of the Dead for Netflix, which is a huge zombie movie, which I think would be absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to see it. But Ezra Miller, he's supposedly set to film Fantastic Beasts 3 at the end of this year, so even if Warner Brothers do like his script and they do want to keep him on, I doubt we'll see The Flash being filmed until at least the end of next year or 2021, and 2022 probably the earliest we could actually see a film, which when you think about it is crazy. When obviously these films were first set, obviously when it all came out 2016, when he appeared, and it's just like shit. It's nearly a decade before he's had his own movie sort of thing. But again, you could say that about Black Widow and so forth in the Marvel Universe. So, we're going to be moving on now to Aquaman 2. And obviously now, Amber Heard is in doubt for Aquaman 2 because Johnny Depp is currently suing her. So, obviously this whole thing has been going on that Amber Heard was supposedly suing Johnny Depp way back a couple of years ago when she said that he used to be abusive towards her and everything else. But now it's come out and saying that Johnny Depp is actually suing her for $50 million, and it's defamation of character and false allegations of domestic abuse. So, the lawsuit states Miss Heard is not a victim of domestic abuse, but she is a perpetrator. Excuse me. This was back in 2018 in the Washington Post. Which the lawsuit further says is nothing more than an elaborate hoax, and that Miss Heard used those claims to further her career in the wake of the Me Too movement. And obviously, when all this was going on, Johnny Depp is this is the reason why Johnny Depp is no longer part of the Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean franchise in the reboot, because of her. Obviously, Disney don't want to be seen to be having someone like that there. And obviously, if you remember when Fantastic Beasts 2 was announced and Johnny Depp was cast, everyone was against him. But obviously what's happened now is that Johnny Depp is actually suing her because she's the one who was supposedly the abuser. So the lawsuit does incidents where Amber Heard threw a bottle of vodka at Johnny Depp, which resulted in his hand being injured, which required surgery. Johnny Depp was also punched as he was in bed. She kicked him out on numerous occasions and even staged her own attacks. And this is the best part about it, because in the actual lawsuit it states, unaware that members of Mr. Depp's security team, including an 18-year veteran of the LA County Sheriff's Department, were feet away. Miss Heard falsely began yelling, "Stop hitting me, Johnny," when Johnny Depp was actually not near her. The interaction culminated with Miss Heard making false allegations that Depp struck her with a cell phone, hit her and destroyed the penthouse. There was also multiple eyewitnesses to this hoax. You've also had the police who turned up and said there was no marks on Amber Heard when they arrived, even though, supposedly there was cuts and blood and everything. But one of the best ones regarding all of this is that Johnny Depp's team, they've submitted 87 surveillance camera videos to prove Heard is a liar. That is crazy. And there were 17 sworn neutral witnesses, 2 police officers, and there's also pictures of Johnny Depp's injuries to his hand and everything else, which was caused by Amber Heard. So if this If this is true, then this is just like a massive holy shit moment, because Amber Heard has kind of fucked her career over. So, but I actually liked her in Aquaman 2. She was pretty cool. In Aquaman 1. She was pretty cool. She looked good as well in it. And the special effects for her dress, when it was like meant to be like all the, the jellyfish and all that, I just thought that was incredible. And they really went out for it. And obviously we got Aquaman 2, James Wan is meant to be back. And we got the same guy who's writing the script, and again, Aquaman is meant to be out in 2022. So we're going to leave it by there, movie goers. We're going to do this in a couple of parts. Like I say, we've done The Flash and we've done Aquaman today. Next one we'll do Wonder Woman and Green Lantern, see where they're going, and then we'll end with Batman. If you are new to the channel, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you soon.